Have you ever wondered how a simple mechanic could trick some of the world's richest and most influential people out of $1 billion? What if I told you that this person wasn't a financial genius or a corporate tycoon, but just an ordinary mechanic? Stick around to uncover the full story of how this unsuspecting individual managed to deceive the elite investors, including even the likes of Warren Buffett. Number 1. The birth of a deceptive dream. Jeff Karpoff, a 36-year-old mechanic from California, was struggling to make ends meet. After his car repair business failed, Jeff was desperate. Faced with mounting debts and a family to support, he turned to selling drugs. But even that wasn't enough. His financial situation worsened, and he knew he needed a new plan. Something big. That's when he stumbled upon the idea that would change everything. In a bid to turn his life around, Jeff took a job as a solar panel salesman. He spent his days meeting with potential buyers and quickly realized that many were hesitant to invest in solar panels because they feared they would be stolen. This insight sparked an idea in Jeff's mind. What if he could eliminate this fear and secure these panels? This could be his big break. Number 2. The mobile solar generator concept and DC Solar's formation. Jeff reached out to his brother-in-law, who was also a mechanic, and together they began working on a solution. After months of effort, they created a mobile solar generator, a frame with tires that could hold solar panels securely and be moved to a safe location when not in use. The idea was promising, but Jeff lacked the technical knowledge to take it further. That's when fate intervened. One of Jeff's customers, a software professional named Watson, learned about the invention and saw its potential. He proposed forming a company, and thus DC Solar was born. Watson and his team took charge of marketing, and the company began to target big industries instead of just individual customers. Their first target was Hollywood, where noisy diesel generators were commonly used on movie sets. The mobile solar generators seemed like the perfect alternative. Number 3. A rapid rise to success and government incentives. DC Solar's generators were soon being used on major film sets, and the company's popularity skyrocketed. By 2009, even prominent American actors and film producers were promoting the use of these generators. Jeff started to mingle with wealthy businessmen and established a network, rapidly expanding DC Solar's reach. The company even secured a partnership with a world-renowned law firm, Nixon Peabody. At this time, the American Congress passed a law that tripled tax credits for investments in solar technology. This meant that businesses purchasing solar panels could get 30% of their investment back from the government. Sensing an opportunity, DC Solar launched a new offer. Companies could purchase solar panels from them by paying just 30% up, with the remaining 70% payable in installments. This offer was too good to pass up. Companies could effectively get solar panels for free and save on electricity costs while paying the installments with their savings. Number 4. Big orders and the Ponzi scheme begin. In 2011, Jeff received his biggest order yet: 192 mobile solar generators from the famous paint company Sherwin-Williams, worth $29 million. Around the same time, an American bank looking to reduce taxes and create jobs expressed interest in partnering with DC Solar. Jeff created fake documents and manipulated statistics to convince the bank of the high demand for solar generators. The bank was convinced and became DC Solar's first financial partner. However, trouble was brewing. The solar generators that had been installed on movie sets started malfunctioning. It turned out that Jeff and his brother-in-law, lacking proper knowledge, had built generators that were prone to breaking down. Meanwhile, orders were piling up and deadlines were being missed. To hide the delays, Jeff instructed his team to bolt together incomplete generators to make them look functional. As the problems grew, DC Solar could no longer make the promised returns to its investors. In a desperate move, Jeff devised a new plan, using the payments from new buyers to pay off old investors. This classic Ponzi scheme kept the company afloat for a while. Additionally, Jeff declared DC Solar as a solar company to collect millions of dollars in tax credits from the government using fake documents and data. Number 5. Deception expands. T-Mobile ruse and big money deals. Jeff needed new investors to keep the scheme running. He used deceptive tactics, such as frequently moving generators between locations, to create the illusion of high demand. Investors were fooled into believing that the business was booming. Jeff even managed to deceive shell companies, extracting $76 million from them through his fraudulent schemes. In 2014, the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, began a rigorous investigation into DC Solar, sensing something amiss in the company's financial dealings. Despite the mounting evidence, DC Solar's legal team, skilled in delaying tactics, managed to stall the investigation for years, allowing Jeff and his associates to continue their operations under the radar. However, the noose was tightening. Jeff realized that to keep the scheme afloat, he needed an influx of capital, which led him to desperately seek out new investors. His persistence paid off when Valley National Bank showed interest in purchasing $76 million worth of solar equipment. Number 6. The final con and the billion-dollar illusion. In a bid to secure the deal with Valley National Bank, Jeff fabricated an impressive portfolio of companies that supposedly rented or leased solar generators from DC Solar. This list wasn't just any collection of small businesses. It included industry giants like T-Mobile. To make the deception even more convincing, Jeff went as far as bribing a T-Mobile employee to sign a fraudulent document claiming that the company had agreed to lease 1,000 generators for a decade. The forged paperwork and the involvement of a reputable company like T-Mobile gave Valley National Bank the confidence to move forward with the investment. Jeff Karpoff's fraudulent activities reached unprecedented levels when he successfully deceived Geico Insurance, a major subsidiary of Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. This was no small feat, as Buffett himself is renowned for his shrewd business acumen and rigorous standards. Yet, Jeff's schemes were so meticulously crafted that even a company as large and experienced as Geico couldn't see through the deception. By convincing them to invest millions into his solar equipment, Jeff managed to pull off one of his most audacious scams yet. The involvement of a conglomerate like Berkshire Hathaway in his fraudulent activities not only added a veneer of credibility to DC Solar, but also highlighted the staggering scale of Jeff's operations. Number 7. The investigation unfolds. But every scam eventually unravels. As the authorities closed in, Jeff's house of cards came crashing down. The billions he had swindled could no longer protect him. The investigation finally caught up with Jeff, and the billions he had swindled could no longer protect him. In the end, Jeff Karpoff, a simple mechanic with dreams of wealth, was exposed as one of the most notorious fraudsters in history. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed and the lengths some will go to achieve their dreams. Number 8. The collapse and cautionary tale. In the end, the story of Jeff Karpoff, a simple mechanic with dreams of wealth, serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed and the lengths some will go to achieve their dreams. So, next time you hear about an investment opportunity that seems too good to be true, remember Jeff Karpoff and his billion-dollar scam. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories like this one.